So what you just missed out on was me aquascaping this 5-gallon tank that I'm setting up for my beta. This is a marine land portrait. It's got the built-in filter. I've used some gray slate or lace rock and some eco-complete black gravel. And what I'm going to do is actually attach some Java fern right to the rock to create a hanging garden effect. So I've just kind of set it up. I've set it up with a little cave for my beta, and just going to create a real happy place for him and have his own home. So I hope you can join me when I get back and start attaching the plants and just get it all set up, and maybe the grand moment where he gets introduced to his new home. Oh, well, hello, welcome back. All right, so we're in the next stage of the aquascaping the beta tank. And for this aquascape, I'm using Java fern because it's a real hardy, really easy plant to get going. It doesn't have a lot of light demands. It doesn't have a lot of nutrient demands. So, a low demand fish like a beta and a low demand plant like a Java fern seem to really go well together. And what I'm doing is I'm trimming some of the sprouts from a main piece of Java fern, and I'm using super glue to glue the little sproutlings into crevices in the rock. And the thing about Java fern is it's not a planted plant. Its rhizome, the root structure, needs to be exposed. And so that works really well with, affixing it to different things. So I've already kind of started on this. You can see I've got some plants kind of already glued onto some of the crevices or crevasses, and just kind of continuing with that. So I got some super glue, got some toothpicks, and just kind of taking some of these sproutlings and putting it on in there. So I'll take one of the pieces right here and glue it, put just a little bit of super glue where I want it to go, and use the toothpick to kind of push it down in there. So I don't know if we can get the camera over closer on the other side to see what I'm doing over here, but toothpick to get that plant down in the crevice where I've placed some of the super glue. We'll do one more here, kind of in the kind of a larger one. So it's just a really good way to affix the Java fern to whatever you want to glue it to. So I put my glue in there, and then I use the toothpick to just kind of push it down in there, and it'll stick, and it'll take its nutrients out of the water column, so I don't have to worry about it not getting any nutrition from not being planted in the soil. Like I said, it as long as the rhizome is exposed to the water. And if you just hold tight, I'll show you the finished product and when we get it placed into the tank. All right, thanks. All right, so it's been a few days. We've got the tank set up. We've got Leopoldo, our beta, back into his new home. He seems to be happy with it. I didn't have to let it cycle very much because I was using Eco-Complete. It already has a lot of the beneficial bacteria needed to aid the nitrogen cycle in the water. So if you come closer, you might be able to see that we've got the beautiful aquascaping in there. I've got a Marimo ball, so we can see the Sairu rock and the Java fern. Got a little invertebrate up here to keep things clean. You can see our beta back here. He's a little bit discolored right now because he was getting stressed out at his previous tank, so he lost a little bit of his color, but as you can see, he's starting to build a bubble nest. He looks like he's really happy in his new home. So I'm really excited to finish scaping this. I'm gonna put some floating plants in there, probably some Salvinia minima, and also some Brazilian pennywort, as well as maybe like a nice thin piece of driftwood just to kind of fill in the area a little bit and fill in a couple of those gaps. The Salvinia ought to have some draping roots as well, so that'll look really nice to kind of get rid of some of that blank space. You can see a beta hammock back here in the back, which is where he likes to hang out. And it's got a really good view of the whole apartment, so he can kind of just check it out and see what's going on. So after we get the last of the hardscaping in, we might make an edit or addition to the video, but for now, I think that this is where we're going to leave it. So I hope you've enjoyed the process of me making this tank. You know, keep checking in periodically, and we'll give you some more fish updates, as well as just, you know, documentation of our life here in hot, balmy Woodlands, Texas. All right, thank you. Goodbye.